So let's add MongoDB to our Docker Compose YML and try this thing out. So back over in our project folder, I'm going to open dockercompose.yml. And down here, after Postgres, I'll hit return a couple of times and backspace over to the correct level so I'm in line with Postgres, and I'll add Mongo. And of course, it has an image, and that image is Mongo : 4.2.17-Bionic. And that's an image that will do the trick for us. And for ports, I'm actually going to have 27, try that again, 27017, map to 27017 in the Docker image, okay? And I'll hit return and backspace, and I'll put in deploy. Actually, I'm not going to bother with deploy for this. I'm only ever going to have one instance of that, so we'll skip the deploy. But we will set up the environment variable in variables. Environment. And I'm going to have Mongo, in all caps, underscore, initdb, underscore, database. And my database will be called logs. And then Mongo, underscore, initdb, underscore, root, underscore, username. And I'm going to make that just admin. And then I'll have Mongo, underscore, initdb, underscore, root, underscore, password. And I'm just going to make that password. And then finally, backspace 1, I'm going to set up a volumes, which I apparently can't type today, and a dash space dot slash. I'm going to have db-data slash mongo slash colon map to slash data slash db. That way I have a local copy, just like I do with Postgres. Okay? So that's that. Now, let's open our terminal and make sure we go up one level and into the project folder. And I'm going to say make down, just to stop everything. Okay, so nothing was running. That's good. So now I'll just say make up. And that should actually pull Mongo, as it's doing right now, and start it up. And again, I just want to make sure that I can run my logger service and actually connect to the database without any errors. That's all I wanted to determine at this time. Do I have any typos? Okay, absolutely everything started. Now, I'll go up one level and then back into my logger service and clear the screen and hide this. And I'll go back to main.go and I'll change this Mongo URL in main.go. I'll change that to localhost right here, localhost. And let's just try running this and see what goes on. See what mistakes we have. There's surely at least one in there. So go run ./cmd/API. And let's see where our typos are. Okay, so you have a syntax error in handlers.go line 32. So handlers.go line 32. We need a comma there. Okay, so we'll put a comma there. See what else we got wrong. Clear the screen, go run ./cmd/API. And it ran, and it stopped. Well, that's not good. Let's figure out what we got wrong here. So I'll hide this. And we'll put some log messages in here, okay? So back in main.go, I have my imports, I have my constants. I go over here, I connect to Mongo. That's probably where it's dying. No, it didn't connect here, so I'm going to put a log.println here just to see what's going on. Connected to Mongo. And then up here, in my serve function, well, that was dumb. I don't know how I managed to do that. I actually don't want to use this serve function right now. So what I'm going to do is copy this, comment this line out, and paste it up. It actually ran, and then it stopped. And that was silly on my part. I must have been caffeine deprived last time around, but obviously it would just run this in the background and then exit. So we need our main function to keep going, so clearly this belongs up here. And I'll leave this here because we're using it before too long. But I'm sure at least one of you noticed that and laughed at me. And that's okay. I've been laughed at many times. Let's run this again, see what happens this time, okay? And I'll actually put one more log print line in there, okay? I'll say right here, log.println, starting service on port, and then web port. Okay? And that will actually give me something to look at. Go run one more time. And I have a mistake here. It is not my day. Line 59. 57, 58, 59. No new variables. Again, my IDE should be giving that to me, but it's not. I must have something incorrectly configured. Third or possibly fourth time is the charm. Okay, everything compiled, and it ran, and it's listening. And that's all I care about at this point. So I'm going to stop that. And I'll just comment this function out because I'm not using it right now. And I'll go back up to my constant and change this back to Mongo. Okay, so with those changes, I'm now at the point where I believe I can make a modification to my makefile and a modification to my Docker Compose YML to actually add this logger service to the back end. Okay, and after that, we'll have to go make some modifications to the broker file to allow it to communicate with the logger, but we'll get it up and running first. Let's move on.